Hello, Teacher Kim here, and welcome back to my channel. So, there is a really cool YouTube thing going around now with VIPKid teachers where we are playing tag, and since I don't play tag in real life, I'll play it on here. I did a little bit of this on a live stream, but I decided that I would actually answer all the questions and make a short video, as short as I can make one, today. So I was tagged by a few different teachers. I was tagged by Kelly, and then also Evelyn tagged me as well. So you can check out their channels. I will link them below. I am tagging teacher Mary Ann and teacher Heather, Heather Fink, and they can make their videos so we can see them. Hopefully they'll have time to make them. And Heather Sandlin as well would be awesome to see her make one. So let me jump into this so it isn't too long. First, where am I from? I am in the Eastern time zone. I was born in Georgia. I'm from South Carolina. I live in North Carolina now. Good luck finding me. I'm in one of those three states, generally. I don't really travel much past those three, but I do go to those three fairly often. Question 2, how long have I been a VIPKid teacher? I just signed contract 4. Contract 4 starts November 1st. So, yay, that's a year and a half. I can pull up my stats, and as of today, which is 10/28, I have been a VIPKid teacher for 544 days. Did I get booked? Question 3, did I get booked immediately? No, it was about 2 weeks. I got hired on the last day of April. So I think it was about May 14th-ish is when I got my first booking. I actually got it short notice. I woke up to a booking and taught. At the time, they were doing a Jumpstart program, and we had to have a class with an LP. And honestly, I completely bombed that. So my bookings really went down for a little while. I did not have a lot. In May, I had like 3 or 4 classes. In June, it was May and June. They combined May and June payments before I got paid in July. My first paycheck was actually in July for May and June. So I did not make enough either month. I think I made like 30 the first month and 50 the second. I literally made like 80 my third month. Got paid 80 on my first check. Well, a few dollars over that, but you get the idea. It was really, really small. So no, I did not get booked immediately. I was very nervous in front of a camera, which I don't think I am now. Ugh. I was very nervous. I was very anxious to teach. Now, I had taught before, but I was very anxious to teach in this way. What hours do I typically work? With a VIPKid, I work Mondays. Well, I work most days I've been working 5:30, 6 a.m. until 7:30, and then I work another company 7:30 to 8:30 or 7:30 to 9:30, depending on the day of the week. And then Mondays, Fridays, I work 8:30 to 9:30 with VIPKid. Wednesdays, I work 5:30 or 6 till 9:30 with VIPKid. Now, fallback is happening on November 3rd, and I'm not happy this time because I'm happy, but I'm not. I'm not happy because all of my regulars book me at what is 6 a.m. now and up, so that means it's going to be 5 a.m. So I'm going to start 5 a.m. exactly next week. No! Anyway, I'm going to be 5 a.m. till 6:30 a.m. Then I'll switch to my other company, and then I'll switch back and forth between the two. The plus is with my other company, I can still teach till 9:30. So yay for that. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video is VIPKid. So, what is my typical outfit? I'm usually wearing leggings or pajama pants on the bottom. I usually have a blanket on my legs because sitting in my chair, because I do not stand to teach, sitting I do get cold a little bit. I actually keep a sweater nearby. I have a basket full of clothes. But this is my normal shirt that I've been wearing lately because I like it. It is USA to China with a heart, and it says VIPKid at the bottom. But you can't really see that when I'm sitting. Really can't see anything but the shoulders when I sit. Like I said, I don't stand to teach. I'm just not. My knee, I have a really bad knee, so I'm not able to. But that's okay. Sometimes I wear my sweater. I have a orange Clemson shirt I used to wear all the time. I have an orange VIPKid shirt that they sent me. It's a little fitted, so I don't really like wearing it because it's a little fitted. This shirt, I like it because it's very baggy. I got it a size too big, so it would be baggy. All right, so am I a brick and mortar teacher? I was. When I graduated college, I have a degree in early childhood, elementary education, and then I have my master's in middle school education. When I graduated college, I immediately started teaching 5th grade. I taught 5th grade for 3 years. I taught 2nd grade for 1 year. I took off about a year or so to stay home with my son and just did part-time jobs when he was a baby. And then I taught pre-K for 2 years. I taught daycare 2-year-olds for 2 years. And then when we moved to North Carolina last year is when I got hired on looking for a job. I had really intended, don't know what's going on with my voice, but anyway, I think I'm getting sick. I had really intended to go back to teaching in a public school, but the thought of it just, my last year teaching in a public school was literally the worst year ever teaching, and has really given me kind of a little bit of a not necessarily PTSD, but that kind of feeling, that anxiety, that trepidation that you don't want to go back into it. So I really didn't want to go back into a classroom when I found I could teach online, make enough money, and not have to go into a classroom, not have to pay for childcare, not have to put my kids back in public school where my son used to get bullied. I was all for it. And I know that was very fast, and I apologize. But I'm trying to make this short. But yes. So when I found out I didn't have to go do all that, I jumped at the chance of staying home with my kids, of homeschooling them, of knowing they're safe, of knowing they're with me, of knowing that I'm in a stress-free environment. Only stress I have are the kids, and I can deal with that. They're my kids. I don't have to deal with other kids hitting me, throwing chairs at me, being violent toward me. I'll talk about that in another video, about why I quit public schools. But no, I am not a brick and mortar teacher now, but I have been in the past. All right, so who are my favorite YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram teachers? Well, of course, all my friends are some of my favorites. Kelly, Marianne, Morgan, Evelyn, Danny, Cindy, both Heathers. All of them, I try to watch all of their videos. I may not get to all of them, but I do try. I promise I do try. Sometimes I'm busy with other things. And if I don't watch it immediately, or if I don't leave it, I don't know if you can see, but on my phone, I have my swipe down menu, I have YouTube videos pop up. If I don't leave them on there, I do forget about them. So if I have not watched your video, I apologize. It is not intentional. It is just forgetfulness. So am I team Meg, Mike, or Dino? I am, of course, team Dino, because I love my Dino. I have a Dino, my son has a Dino, my daughter has a Dino. We have a few things I've gotten at meetups, like my daughter took my Dino little drawstring backpack. I have a Dino keychain on my keyring somewhere. Oh, there it is. I have a Dino keychain on my keyring that I got at a meetup. But yes, I have a lot of Dino things, so we are definitely team Dino. Meg and Mike are just kind of characters to me. Dino's special, and Dino's cuddly and sweet. And I really, really am hoping I can get my Santa Dino soon. I almost have enough tokens. So yay for that. That would be awesome. Why did I decide to join VIPKid? I just talked about that a moment ago. I decided to join because I saw it on TV. I was flipping channels and I happened to see an ad, someone talking about it on the 700 Club. I don't even watch that. But they were saying that they got to be a stay-at-home, they got to teach, but they got to be home with their kids. And I was like, even if nothing else, because this was like I said, in April when I started. So this was in April, and I knew even if I got a job teaching a public school, I would not get paid or anything until August. And I was finishing my master's degree at the time. So I was like, well, let me try doing this, and I can make money for the summer before I start teaching in a public school. Well, like I said, once I started teaching and doing the math and realizing that I can make more money this way, I went all in. I do teach full time now. Um, what is my most used prop? Dino! Dino is my most used prop. Second most used prop would be my panda, because most kids recognize what a panda is. And so I use Panda a lot. I can bring him out. We can talk about colors. We can talk about eyes. We can compare and contrast. We do a lot of things with these. I have other stuffed animals that I do use, like my... Anyway, the kids love it because a lot of them know the song. So we can sing it along, especially younger kids. It helps cheer them up because he's so funny looking. He's not scary, he's funny. I do have a few other stuffed animals in my basket, my prop baskets, like right here where I can reach everything. If I'm not using one of those, and if I go out of town, trusty old whiteboard goes with me. My whiteboard does not leave my side. It's always near me. I use it a lot throughout classes. I can do a drawing reward. I've done that. I have a video on that. I can do a lot of things with my whiteboard. Writing, practicing, taking notes, whatever I need to. And my markers are always with me as well. What advice do I have for anyone thinking about joining VIPKid? First off, practice in front of a camera. If you are not used to being filmed in front of a camera, practice so that you feel more natural. When I first started, and if I was to go back, and I have not, but if I was to go back and watch those first playbacks, I know how I looked very scared, and I was kind of very emotionless, and I'm surprised I kept getting booked. And it's no wonder it took me a while to get full bookings, because I was not as animated as I am now. What you see now is a year and a half's worth of putting myself out there and encouraging myself to gain confidence. So what you see now is totally different than what they saw back then. So, oops. I'm doing well. I've done only 10 minutes. Okay. So what advice do I have for a newbie teacher? Be yourself. That is my number one thing. Watch all the videos, learn what you can, but do not emulate someone that you're not. Don't try to be bubbly and excited and hyper if that's not you. Don't be dull and straight and boring if that's not you. Be you, because you were hired because you're a good teacher. So be you. That's my number one tip. After that, be prepared, have all that stuff, look over the lessons, know what you're doing, have a game plan in mind. Be prepared for anything. But number one, be you, because you are who they hired. You are who the kids are going to love and want to come to class with, and you are who is going to be teaching them. So be you. Just be you. Best teaching tip, be you. Honestly, best teaching tip, second best teaching tip, expect the unexpected. Meaning that if something starts happening, something starts going wrong, don't, unless that's like you're doing it to make the child laugh, because I've done that before. But if something's happening, something's going wrong, fix it. Fix it. Deal with it. Move on. Keep going. Don't stop the show. This is a show. Teaching is a show. Teaching has always been a show. We are there to entertain, and while we're entertaining, we are informing and persuading and encouraging and connecting. But we are putting on a show. And so if you're putting on a show, guess what you have to do? The show must go on. Now, I will say doing musicals in high school kind of helped prepare me for this as well, because it helped me a little bit with the confidence thing. I have a lot more confidence in front of people now than I ever did before I did that in high school. I used to be the most shy person in the world and would not speak to anyone unless they spoke to me first, and even then I would usually hey. I did not. Now, I'm much more outgoing than I was. I'm still very much an introvert. I'm still very much shy, but I can become Teacher Kim, and Teacher Kim is not shy. Teacher Kim is not an introvert. It's very weird. I know. Sounds weird. All right, so what does my morning routine look like? All right, so I wake I have my alarm set for an hour before I'm supposed to get up, 30 minutes before I'm supposed to get up, 15 minutes before I'm supposed to get up. By the 15 minutes, I need to be awake enough to get up. I don't always climb out of bed right then, because all I have to really do, I just kind of brush my hair, use the bathroom, of course, because if I don't, I will have to pee during class. That's not good. But I always use the bathroom, brush my teeth. As I said in the other video, I was putting contacts in first thing, and my eyes were very dry. So now I am waiting, and I teach my VIPKid classes first and then put my contacts in. Because VIPKid's fonts are bigger, I can do that. With iTutor Group, I can't. The other thing I have found is these for contact lenses work wonders. They're lubricating eye drops, and the lubricating helps my eyes not to be so dry and look so tired. I do look very tired if my contacts start drying out. My favorite course to teach, all of them. Variety is the spice of life, and I love it. I taught a perfect pronunciation today, and it was so fun. I love free talk. I love voice of VIPKid. I love level 1. I love level 7. I love all of them in between. I really don't have a course that I don't like. I don't have a unit I don't like, because I have managed to find a way to have fun in each and every one. Now, there are some students that are more boring. They are very serious students, and I have a harder time keeping my energy up with them. That's on me. That's what I'm working on. But course-wise, I still love it. And same, I don't have a least favorite. Best thing about this job, I get to work from home. I get to homeschool my children. I get to stay home with my kids. Yo, my dream growing up from when I was 3 years old on. 3 years old on. Dude, I'm old now. So 3 years old on for a long time now was to, 1, be a mom, 2, be a stay-at-home mom, and 3, be a homeschool mom. Guess what I'm doing now? I'm a mom, I get to stay home, and I get to homeschool. Those are my dreams. Now, at the time, I also thought that maybe I wouldn't homeschool. Maybe I would put my kids back in public school, and then I would go back to teaching after they were older. The way public schools are going now, I'm really hesitant to put my kids in public school anymore. So for now, we homeschool. So where we feel most comfortable. Now, if we were back in our old town in South Carolina, I would probably have my kids still in public school, because the public schools there I really trusted and I knew and I liked, and I felt like they did what was best for the kids. Where I am now, I don't feel like it's safe enough. So, and also the teachers and the principals and everybody knew me back there because I taught in that school district. It makes a difference. All right, the worst thing about this job, probably those 5 o'clock a.m. classes that I'm going to be taking next week. I will say, praise the Lord, I live in Eastern time. I do not live in Pacific, because if I lived in Pacific, I probably wouldn't, I don't know, I might would do this job. I would probably stay up all night. My kids are 4 and 10, so they will let me nap. Usually I get off work, they do their homeschool. My 4-year-old, we just do some activities and crafts together. My 10-year-old does his homeschooling on the computer. And then when they get done, or even sometimes while he's finishing his work, I will go ahead and take a nap for like an hour or 2, and then I'm pretty much good to go. I do work nights now. With my other company, I do work until like 1 or 2 in the morning. I was working like 3:30 in the morning, but that was really physically hurting me. So I'm cutting back on that a little bit and making up my hours elsewhere. Like I said, with the time change happening, I'll be able to make up my hours during the week instead of having to do it at night. So that'll help too. As long as I get at least 3 good solid hours, I am pretty much good to go. I can run off that. By the end of the week, I start dragging, and sometimes I start getting a little sick, which is what I'm doing now. So, what can I say anything in Chinese? Ni hao is hello. Zaijian, goodbye. Shishi, thank you. Let's see. What else can I say? I can say more than that, but I can't think right this second. My students have been teaching me a few words. I'm not very good at it, but my students have been teaching me. I have been doing Duolingo as well, which is not excellent, but it does work. Wo ani is I love you. So I know wo ani. I used to be able to count. I struggle with counting. I need to practice my numbers some more. What else do I know in Chinese? What is it? 我是 I used to be able to say I am American, and I don't remember now. It's 我是 is I am. 我是 something Ren, and Ren means person, but I don't remember. Go Ren or something? I'm not sure. 我是美国人. 我是美国人. I am American. There you go. Don't quote me on that. Look it up in Chinese as well. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is I am American. Have I been to China? No. Would I love to go? Yes, I really want to go, but I can't afford it. I work to pay bills. I work to make sure my kids have everything they need. And right now that does not leave a lot of extra money for extra things. In the future, hopefully, as my husband keeps getting pay raises and extra work, and I know I won't ever get raises where I work at, but as long as I keep working hard and doing and making money and he makes money, maybe I could save up to go one day. Or maybe I could win a trip. That would be awesome. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. He's already said he really doesn't want to go with me. He doesn't like planes. He's never been on a plane. He doesn't want to fly. Personally, I've been on planes. I would love to fly. My children said they would like to go with me. If I could win a trip, awesome, I'd go. By myself, the kids would be fine. I put them with my mom and my in-laws. If I was to pay for a trip, I would probably pay for at least 3, if not all 4 of us to go. I would hope my husband would go with me. I don't know. But for now, we're just going to keep visiting China every day. Alright, so this has got a little longer than I thought, but not too bad. Hey, I didn't do too bad. So, this is kind of all about everything. I've already told you who I'm tagging. So, if I tagged you in this video, or if you'd like to make your own, tag. You're it. I'll see you next time. Bye!